I try to find influences that are outside of the cinema circle, to bring. I'm going more toward painting or toward things. I try to create a space for the mind to exist outside of the many influence we have. So I'm not a director who likes to reference other people on set. I try to,
I noticed between Dune Part 1 and Part 2, the black and white is really, really emphasized in the villain scenes in Part 2. And I'm curious about your utilization of that black and white and why it's villainous. And I'm saying this, well, also dressed in black and white.
The book is a lot about the influence of the environment on the psyche of character, on the culture. If you want to know about the Fremen, you look at the desert. What you understand from the desert gives you clues of how they will behave, how their strategies to survive, etc., etc. And I wanted to create the same kind of similar thing with Gedi Prime, the planet of the Harkonnen, to have the same approach as Frank Herbert did with Arrakis for the Fremen. Gedi Prime is a plastic world, an artificial world, cut from nature, a totalitarian environment where the ruler are fascist and I thought that this idea to subtract color from their world will say something about their way of thinking, and I came with this idea that the sunlight will be monochromatic, black and white. Greg Fraser, of course, loved the idea, and he brought himself the idea of infrared cameras in order to shoot this, which will bring black and white, that the skin will become translucid, milky, and you will see the veins of the character, and the eyes will be suddenly very pursy and like reptilian. That way of using IR was bringing a very alien feeling to the scene that I really loved, and quite a unique look for Gedi Prime. But there was no way back. There was no way back from that. I warned the studio that that's the way I wanted to do it, and that it will be black and white like that. We could not bring back the color. I love to do things on camera, and Greg and I had a blast doing that.
I was reminded of another Denis, Claire Denis, actually, and the lighting and choreography of Beau Travail during the fight scenes, and then also Ingmar Bergman's Seventh Seal. Austin Butler's character reminded me of Death, and I'm wondering if I'm on the money at all with those references.
In fact, the Seventh Seal was a reference specifically for Peter de Vries. In the part 1, that was one of the visual reference that Jacqueline West referred to, and I'm a big Bergman fan, so yeah, I'm happy you notice there's like in the way we approach close-ups, maybe sometimes there's something that's the impact of some Bergman movie that I'm still in awe. And what was the first one you said?
Beau Travail and Claire Denis.
Yeah. It's a movie I absolutely adore. There are many influences. For part 2, I had like some references for color palette or thing like I remember having a part of Zephyrili's Jesus of Nazareth, also Scorsese The Last Temptation of Christ, that were influenced, but they were background influence. When I make a movie, I tried, and it's very arrogant and pretentious. I try to go in a zone where I try to get rid of the influence of other voices, which is of course impossible because you're always a product of an influence, but I try as much as possible. So I try to focus and to bring something that fresh, but that's my way of doing things.